everybody, welcome to my channel, Come Eat with Aggie. And today on the very first episode, I'm going to show you guys how to cook tomato soup with a fabulous grilled cheese. Basically, this recipe can feed a family of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Depends on how you want to stretch it. I bought everything today under 10 bucks, believe it or not. One, because most of the stuff is on sale, but two is because it's very simple and it has easy ingredients. So let's get to cooking. So we're going to use diced tomatoes, basil, garlic, and oregano. But if you have standard diced tomatoes, that's fine. Vegetable broth, if you're a vegetarian. Chicken broth is good as well. 1 onion. I'm going to use about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. For the grilled cheese, I love provolone and Munster's cheese. Slices or shredded, perfectly fine. A thick bread. You don't have to use the standard bread, but just a thick bread because we're going to make it like a French toast. 1 egg. Thyme. This is the key ingredient. Thyme. And unsalted butter. Salt and pepper to taste, of course. First steps first. You want to make sure that you get, all of your ingredients that we said before. I'm just going to chop it up. The reason why I'm not doing a dice on this is because I'm going to blend it to make it a smooth consistency at the end. So the easiest way, when you get garlic, it has this film on it. The easiest way is to put it down on a chopping board and kind of smash it with your hand, and the peel comes off. And I just did 4, so I already have 2 in my skillet, my little pot there, whatever it's called. Y'all know what it's called. Boiler. And I'm just gonna rough chop up some garlic. Like I said, it doesn't have to be minced, meaning very fine, because we're gonna blend all of this. So you're gonna saute your veggies. I say veggies, you can put whatever you want in here. The only reason why I'm adding just onion and garlic is because the tomatoes that I bought already has basil, more garlic, and oregano. I love garlic. You can kind of gauge on how much garlic you want to use, but I love garlic, so I'm going to use 4 cloves plus whatever is in here. You want to salt as you go, season as you go. I think a lot of us sometimes miss that step. We think that we should season at the end, but no. If you season as you go in every step, it will be very well seasoned at the end, and you will not have to add so much salt. So we're going to let that kind of chill out. We're going to let it get translucent, which it is. Now you don't want to have raw onion in your tomato soup because you can taste that. So you want to cook these down. When I say cook down, I want your onions and your garlic to look just like this. Okay? So we're going to add the tomatoes. I'm using 3 cans. Get the tomatoes added, and this is just a slow process you're going to do here. Now, I went ahead and I tasted the tomatoes before I added here, and it had a very good amount of seasoning because of the herbs. But if all else fails, get y'all some of this. This right here is life. It may say Monterey State, but it has all the things that we have in our cabinet. If you can't get salt, pepper by itself, buy you a bottle of this. It has salt, black pepper, red pepper, garlic, sunflower oil, and paprika. So it's an all-round seasoning basically. So I use this on everything. You'll see it in all my videos. You'll see that I'll use this. I'm going to start off with 1/8 teaspoon just to start off because, like I said, the tomatoes were already seasoned. And another thing, you guys, I'm going to put all of the ingredients and step by step below in the box. But if you see me just sprinkling and doing my thing, I don't season. So I don't measure when I cook. But I will make sure that you guys have the correct measurements. So we're going to let these cook down. The tomato and the onion and the garlic and everything here. I'm going to add maybe about a 1/2 cup of chicken broth. And then I'm going to taste it once it finished, kind of cooking down to see if I need to add water to dilute it or add more chicken broth. But I'll let you guys know to come back. And to kind of give you some background of why I'm cooking soup in the summertime. Heather had a baby, well, for Logan's baby shower, she was craving grilled cheese, and we everything we do has to have a theme. So I was thinking, well, what can go with grilled cheese? Tomato soup. And that was the banger. Like, everybody loved this combination, the grilled cheese and the tomato soup. So she asked me to cook this. So this is what I'm doing. But I eat soup during the summertime anyway. I feel like it makes me cool off. I know I'm weird, but I love soup in the summertime. So, and it's good for if you're sick. If you have any issues, you can say hi, Soraya, since you're on the camera. Y'all excuse her hair. So as you see, the tomatoes are bubbling away, and I'm going to put a top on it to kind of leave it, and that's what you basically can do. That's just a garlic piece. But we're just going to let that simmer. It doesn't take long because we're going to, I say maybe about 10 minutes to let it kind of simmer and all the seasonings and veggies mesh together. And then we're going to take it, cool it, and blend it, and then we're going to put it back in the boiler and let it simmer for about 5 more minutes. Grilled cheese is something that you can serve as an elegant piece in dinner or to your kids. Everybody know about a grilled cheese, right? But this is kind of upscale a bit because I'm going to add parsley and thyme. Now the reason why I use thyme is because it gives it an added flavor, more deep flavor, so to say, I guess, in your grilled cheese, and you're gonna want to add it to my milk mixture. So I'm just basically, the easiest way to remove the leaves off of the thyme spray, and thyme is inexpensive, you guys. I've seen some today. This was 99 cents in the store, so you can get it fresh, or it comes in a little package like this at the grocery store, but it's not that expensive. And sometimes it can substitute with salt and pepper. Thyme is just wonderful. So to basically remove the leaves off of the stem, you just pull down at the top. And the ones at the top are kind of tender, so you can just pull it off.
It's like when you go outside and get the switch.
See, when you go outside and get the switch, everybody know about the switch. We grew up in the 80s and 90s. So I'm just gonna roughly chop it. I'm not gonna do anything fancy to it or anything like that. In my bowl, I'm going to add 1 egg. Because I'm only going to make maybe about 2 to 3 sandwiches. But as you see with this soup can feed a family of 6 or 7 and have leftovers. So I have my egg, and this is what's going to make this grilled cheese go up a notch. Heavy cream. Why heavy cream? Have y'all ever tasted something that's like sweet and savory? This is it. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you the measurements because I don't measure, but I will give you the measurements in the box below. So we're going to pour that in there. And then we're going to whisk. Salt and pepper. Please make sure you season salt and pepper. And I'm using pink Himalayan salt, but you can use regular salt. Whatever according to your diet. Salt and pepper. Just like you're making eggs in the morning. Then I'm going to add my thyme. And I have parsley here, and I'm just going to add a little bit because I want to add some parsley at the end of my tomato soup, as well as to top it off on my grilled cheese. A little parsley. And that's basically the mixture. You can put as much cheese as you want on your sandwich. In my skillet, I already have 1 teaspoon of butter and then a half a teaspoon of olive oil. I put the olive oil in here so my butter won't burn and you won't have black grilled cheese. So the sandwich is assembled here. I'm just going to, make it like you're making French toast, right? You're gonna coat both sides. It doesn't have to soak because you don't want it to taste real eggy. Try to get all the excess off of there and then just lay it in the pan. You want the pan to be hot, but maybe like a medium-high heat. And you're just gonna let it sit till it browns. And I try to make sure if you're going to do it, don't put 5 tablespoons of butter in the skillet and then olive oil, because what happens is you risk your grilled cheese to burn. So if you're gonna make 2 sandwiches at a time, do it a teaspoon and a half a teaspoon at a time. A teaspoon of butter and a half a teaspoon of olive oil. So the tomato soup is done. So I'm going to turn it off and let it cool down a little bit, because I'm going to transfer it to the blender and we're going to smooth it out a bit. This grilled cheese smells amazing. I'm just going to flip it because I don't want it to burn. I want it brown on each side, okay?
How good does this look? And I cannot wait to eat some. Ooh.
Swiper.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Mm. We're gonna eat good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this to the actual blender, and we're gonna blend this, and I'm gonna put in another boiler here. But you can use the same boiler.
What type of blender is that?
This is a Vitamix.
What do you recommend it?
I do recommend it. This thing is a beast, and it blends so easy. You can make it as thick as you want it or as thin as you want it. If you want it thinner, then you just add more stock, veggie stock, or water. I don't have to add any more seasonings because of the tomatoes that I used were already seasoned, but I am going to add something else to it. Just a couple of pinches of sugar. It brings out the tomato taste to me, because tomatoes are well, supposedly are naturally sweet, but it kind of brings it out. So you have the sweet of the tomatoes and the savory of the grilled cheese. Oh, we're gonna let this simmer for about 5 more minutes. On low. Don't burn up y'all tomato soup now. Got it on high.
Okay, this is amazing. This is bringing back so many memories.
I know,
Are you
right?
ready? Okay. I'm like, should I hold it this way?
Is it good for real?
But it just explodes. It keeps going. I love the time
Yeah.
it's in there. It's so good. It brings back memories of when I was obsessed with
Yeah.
grilled cheese. This is so good. It's amazing.
Now all my kids are upstairs. Everybody's up here.
Oh my gosh.
The soup is good.
I love like the depth and the sweet.
Right.
You put something sweet in there.
Yeah. Secret ingredient. But those tomatoes worked very well.
It's
I
so
like
fresh.
That. Yeah. It has basil and oregano.
I love it. And how much was this? Would you
That was,
say?
I would say maybe $5, because like I said, the cheese was on sale, the bread was on sale. I shop on a budget, so I shop.
Taylor
Taylor, you love it?
approves.
She's like, yes. But it's easy, you guys see. It was only maybe about 4 or 5 ingredients. Onion,
And how long
garlic.
did it take, would you say?
About 15 minutes. Well, 15-minute prep, and then about 20 minutes cooking time. So it's very
amazing.
easy.
It's like the perfect lunch.
Yep.
And it's easy and it's fresh. I love it. For the win.
For the win.
So what's next? What you making next?
I don't know.
I guess we're gonna have to stay tuned
Right.
to see what you're making.
Tune in next week. I'm gonna try to do these every week. Hopefully you guys keep me accountable, but tune in next week to see what we have. Bye.